been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our clouds when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word.
Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how I created this look. This look wasn't planned, I just know I wanted a lot of color and I am really happy with how it came out. So if you guys want to see how I created this look and the things that I use, just please keep on watching. So starting with the Plouise eyeshadow base, I am applying this all over my eyelid and I'm making sure to spread it all over the outer corner and inner corner of my eyelids. I am also using this to carve out my eyebrows. I only carve out the bottom part just because my forehead is a lot darker than my face, so it looks kind of funny if I do that. So for the eyeshadow, I'm starting with shade number 14 and I'm using Morphe M431, but before that I do go with the Airspun loose face powder and I apply it in the inner corner of my eyelids just so it doesn't get really messy right there. The inner corners tend to get really messy when I'm working with really dark or bright colors, so I use this technique to help me keep the inner corner a lot cleaner. And what I'm doing with this red, I am really packing on that color, and then at the same time I am marking all around where the cut crease is going to be. All this before I go with shade number 10 with the brush M562 from Morphe again, and I really blend those two colors together. I do try to create that seamless blend between the orange and the red. Because I then add shade number 5 with the brush M514 and I try to blend that yellow with that orange. So what I'm trying to do is creating that seamless blend between the red and the yellow. And I know it does not look perfect right now, but what I do is I repeat the same process at least twice and you're going to start seeing how that seamless blend starts to appear on the second try. Okay, so finishing that blend, then I go with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color 601, which is Black Bean. And I'm using a brush from Michaels from the brand Artist Loft. It's a spotter brush. And with this, I just sort of start sketching where the eyeliner is going to go. Once I'm happy with that, I start doing the liner and I'm making it thicker and thicker as I go. And honestly, I think this is one of the most tedious parts of this whole look. I feel like I took the most time trying to get this liner perfect, and even though I'm taking my time here, I'm still gonna take my time again once I go back and retouch it again. And so before I go to the next step, I do set it with shade number 18, which is a black eyeshadow in the palette, and I am using the same brush. Moving on to the next step, I am using this eye makeup remover to remove all the makeup that's underneath the black liner. And I'm removing everything with the everything that's underneath the black liner again. Because I am gonna go back and start adding more eyeshadow base because I'm adding different colors, so I don't want that to mix up with the previous colors. And so yeah, here we go again with the Plouise eyeshadow base, and I'm using a flat brush. This flat brush will allow me to sharpen that black liner even more, which is what I wanted. So I'm being really careful when I go close to that black liner, and if there's some imperfections, I'm fixing it with the eyeshadow base. Also, I'm being really careful not to blink or not to look up, just because the eyeshadow base is wet still, and the black liner, I mean, it has black eyeshadow, so it could easily get messed up. So once I'm happy with the eyeshadow base, I go ahead and start with the eyeshadow, and for the eyeshadow I'm using shade number 9 with the brush M213 from Morphe. This blue, I started adding it on the inner and outer corners. Again, same technique as before. I really pack on the color until I'm really happy with how bright and like rich of color it is. So once I'm happy with that, I start slightly blending towards the center of the eyelid. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just because I am going to add the next shade, I am trying to add like a halo look. So right now it doesn't matter that it's not really blended, because the next shade, which is shade number 4, I'm using again not the same one, but another M213 brush. And same technique again, I'm really packing on that color, and I'm going to worry about blending those two colors after I'm done packing that color first. And what I am going to be doing now is I am adding again that shade number 9 closer to the eyeliner look, because again I am trying to do like a halo look, but this time I don't want it to look more like a straight line. I want it to look more like a kind of like a almond shape right on the eyelid. What I'm doing now is I'm going back and forth with that purple and that blue until I'm really happy with how blended they are. And blending these two colors, it's so much easier because they're more metallic. So to me, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to blend those two colors, especially in the style that I'm trying to do right now, which is the halo look. So once I'm done with that, I go back with the spotting brush and I try to fix any errors that I messed up with the previous shades. And again, I try to perfect that eyeliner look, because I'm now finishing the whole eyeshadow look, just the eyeshadow, not the whole look, but the eyeshadow. For that, I am using the Milani Ludicrous Light Eye Topper in color PINK-AROO. This to me pulled the whole look together. I really love how it's really shiny and bright. And since that made me really happy, then that means I can stop touching the eyelid. But before that, I do finish with the whole gel liner. And to do that, I am using the Essence Precise eyeliner brush. For the gel liner, I am using the Maybelline Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black. And really quickly moving on to eyelashes. For mascara, I am using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. And we will be leaving the eyelids alone for now, since we will be moving on to the face. And for foundation, I am using the Estee Lauder Double Wear in shade 2W2, which is the shade Rattan. But before adding that, I am adding a really thin layer of loose pressed powder all over my face, and adding a setting spray, and then I will be moving on to the foundation all over my face. And for application, I'm using the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. I really like using this sponge. Oh, this is one of my favorite face sponges. I do apply the foundation to the sponge and then apply it to my face, just because I feel that way it stays fresh as you're applying it. Might be me, I don't know, but I just feel more comfortably doing this way while I'm adding it all over my face. And I don't know if it's because I really like to apply foundation to my face. I don't know, it's just very satisfying to me when I get to the foundation part. But I do take my time blending it all over my face, adding it to every single area, especially for looks like this. I feel like it calls for a full coverage look. And since we're talking about full coverage, we're going to move on to concealer. For concealer, I am using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Classic Ivory. This thing is full coverage, okay? So if you haven't tried it yet, I am letting you know this is when you really need to cover those under eyes, and if you're going for a completely full coverage look, this is a concealer to go. If you don't like really full coverage, or freaking how people say a mask on, this is a mask on, okay? So because it's full coverage and it's so creamy, I don't add it on the area if I am not going to blend it right away. So as you can see, I add it and then I blend it. I don't add it all over my face first and then blend little by little. No, I add it exactly at the time where I'm going to blend it, because otherwise it'll dry out so quickly and then it will look patchy. So now what I'm doing, I am using the Airspun loose face powder to set all that makeup on all over my face, just because I do have oily skin, so it does not bother me to add a lot of powder to my face. If you have dry skin, I don't recommend doing that. Just add it to the parts of your face that you need, but I will be adding it all over my face. So once I'm comfortable with my face being all set, I am moving on to bronzer. For bronzer, I am using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. I am using an e.l.f. blending brush to apply it all over my face. So I apply this on the hollows of my cheeks, and I blend it as much as I can. I do apply it on the outer corners of my eyes, trying to blend it with my hairline. I don't know, I feel like that gives you like a instant lift. So again, I'm blending it all around my face, mostly in the areas where I want to shape it a little bit more, and the areas I would like to hide. Moving on to contour, I am using NYX highlight and contour palette, and I am using the darkest shade, which is shade number 8. To blend this out, I am using a Morphe M530 brush. And what I'm doing with this, I am just focusing more specifically on the areas where I want to contour. I do go back with the e.l.f. brush to blend it a little bit more and make it more seamless. And you might start to notice that like the middle part of my face starts to stand out, so we're gonna take care of that by contouring the nose. I start doing the contour on the sides of my nose, and then the bottom part of my nose, just to make my nose look a little bit more nice, if you will, more like a lift. And I do try to blend those lines out, try not to leave like harsh lines. I do all the job with the tiny brush, but then I go with the sponge to blend everything out. And now to bring some color to our face, we're using this blush from Juvia's Place, and this is the Bella blush, and I am applying that to the apples of my cheeks. Then apply a little bit of that on my nose. Moving on to highlighter. For highlighter, I'm using the highlight stila in the shade Brilliance. I am adding that to the top of my cheeks. I will then apply it to the tip of my nose and the middle of my eyes, on the nose as well, and then on the top cupid's bow of my lips, just to bring some life to your skin again, especially because we did add all matte shades on everything else that we used on our face before. And now coming back to the eyes, for the bottom part of our eyes, we're using the Maybelline gel liner Blackest Black. And we're using an angled brush to add this liner all over our waterline. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because we'll be using that same angled brush to blend it all out. And we're going to blend it with the next shade, which is shade number 14, this red shade. We're going to try to blend it as much as we can. We're going to repeat this process twice again, just like we did on the top eyelid. Right here we just switched the brush to a rounder brush, just to help us with that blend before we go with our next shade, which is shade number 10. And for this I'm using a brush M562, and that is the last color that we use for to make that blend. We don't use the yellow on the bottom lash line, but again, as you can see, I am repeating that process twice, if not 3 times, pretty much until I am happy with how dark it is on the waterline and how blended it is towards the last color, which is the shade number 10. Once I'm happy with that, we're moving on to the inner corner. For the inner corner, I am using shade number 3, and to apply it, I am using a brush M213 from Morphe. I apply it mostly in the inner corner, and I slightly blend it to that blue and that red. And that is a quick step for the inner corners. To finish up our waterline and our bottom lash line, we're using the mascara again, the mascara Lash Sensational from Maybelline. And I do apply a semi-thick line for the bottom lashes. And that is our last step before we go and move on to fake lashes. For fake lashes, I am using the Bebesita lashes, and I can't remember which style these are, but these are one of their most natural looking ones. I really like these specific styles, but they do have so many more. And really quickly moving on to the lips. For lips and lining the lips, I'm using the Jordana lip liner in the shade Coco Loco. And next I am using a mixture of Wet n Wild High Shine Brilliance in the shade Tangerine, the Alarm lipstick, with a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeleine. And once I'm done applying that to my lips, I just slightly mix it with my own lips. And then to finish the whole look, I do use the Mario Badescu face spray. I spray this all over my face and then just let it dry. And that completes the whole look, you guys. And that is all I did for the whole look. I hope you guys like it as much as I did. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe and push on the notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post. And until next time, guys, bye.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our clouds when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it.